Hello and welcome to a very quiet Sporting Index trading floor on this Thursday afternoon with the traders preparing to do battle with you the punters before the weekend. As always, I will be talking about football, a bit of rugby, the boat race and whatever else people have been punting on so far this weekend. Anyway, first of all, football. Great game on Saturday on Setanta about 12:30. Got Rangers v Celtic. At last, a game that means something in Scotland. We got Rangers over 0.2, 0.4. We were earlier in the week 0.1, 0.3. The punters liking Rangers there. Celtic always seem to concede away from goal. I think there's only one game in the whole year where they failed not to concede away from home. But the market everyone really likes in this game is bookings. 60-64, they're up from 58-62. I can tell you some interesting facts about it. The referee Dougal averages 46.2 in the league this season. The actual league average is 37 and his Old Firm average is 59. This is his last ever Old Firm game. However, it's the first one that means a lot, and the one earlier in the season made up 110, so there's no surprise to see those moving up, and that includes someone who's bought 250 quid a point at 52. So don't be surprised to see those bookings go off 62, 66, or even as high as 64, 68. It does mean a lot. Winner takes all almost in this game for the SPR. Later, 3 o'clock on Setanta Island, we're covering Arsenal away at Bolton. Punters still liking Arsenal despite the massive come down last weekend in Super or Grand Slam Sunday as they called it. Was 0.6, 0.8, we've had a 25 grand bar of goal there, so they're up to 0.7, 0.9. It really is again a game that means a lot for both teams. I mean, we haven't seen a lot of business on the bookings there, but it'd be interesting to see what bookings price our market makers do go up with in the end. 2.3, 2.5 the goals, they were 2.2, 2.4. Both teams have to really go for it. Bolton need the points, Arsenal desperately need the points. Punters expecting goals, and we've had a 30 grand a goal buyer there at 2.4. Fabregas is ever one of the most popular Arsenal players for player goal minute buys. He's up from 10.13 to 11.14. Later that evening, it's the sort of game our market makers just shut their eyes and hope will end up 0-0, but invariably never ever does. Manchester United and that dreadful bloke called Ronaldo back on the TV at 5:15. We've got United over Villa 1.5, 1.7, and it's really been one-way business there. We were 1-4, 1-6 there. We've had a 40 grand a goal bar of United at 1.6. I'm not surprised. They've won their last 13 against Aston Villa, and Villa haven't beaten them since the League Cup in 1999. And in their last 6 they've won by 2 or more goals, so that's pretty compelling stats for any punter to want to get with United. But like all spread betting, it can be unpredictable, so you never know. Total goals in that game were up from 2.5, 2.7 to 2.6, 2.8. No big bets really, just a steady stream of buys, so we're kind of sort of forecasting that's where the money's going to go. Don't be surprised if that goes off 2.7, 2.9 or even 2.8 to 3. The man they all love and our Premiership footballers traders hate, Ronaldo, he's been punted on as usual. He's up from 31.34 to 33.36, including one brave punter who's bought, yes, £500 a minute there at 34. £500 a minute. So good luck to him and good luck to us, though I fear our fate is once again in Ronaldo's hands in this game. Chelsea v Borough on Sunday, 1:30. Interesting game here. Chelsea still chasing United, 5 points behind, but United have to go there at the end of April. Total goals in that game is where the punters have been gorging themselves. It's 2.4, 2.6 up to 2.5, 2.7. Chelsea games aren't really 0-0 these days, and they had that lovely 4-4 at Tottenham recently. They had 3 goals last weekend, and I can see where the punters are going here. Borough, though, do try and keep it tight and only need a couple more points to be safe this season, so we're happy laying these goals at these levels. Sunday, the big game has to be what used to be called a friendly derby, because Liverpool and Everton fans could always sit together. In recent years, it hasn't been the case. Not that friendly at all. The last 6 of these derbies have averaged 81 points on our bookings index. This time round, we've gone 54, 58 the bookings, and we're seeing one-way business. The referee there is Howard Webb. His average is 36, but we're anticipating so much at stake in this game. Been a lot of sendings off recently, and it's almost like some of the other games I talked about, winner takes all here. There's a big Champions League place to play at. Anyway, so 54, 58, one-way business at the moment. I really wouldn't be surprised if these went off 58, 62 at all. On the other markets in the game, we've got Liverpool over Everton, 0.6, 0.8. Not a lot of business there at present. Total goals We're expecting a tight one there, 2.3, 2.5, up to 2.4, 2.6. That's on the back of someone buying 20 grand a goal there at 2.5. We're happy to lay that, to be honest. We expect it to be a tight 1-0, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, enough about football. We're covering 19 live matches throughout Europe this weekend, so please look at our website, www.sportingindex.com, for those. Rugby League. Fantastic game on Friday night. Leeds Rhinos have been spectacular. They've only conceded 1 try in their last 3 games, and that was just at the very end, a lucky Gareth Rayner try on Monday, bank holiday afternoon. They travel to St Helens this week, who've been sort of on and off, but when Saints want to turn it on, they really can, and they are hosting this brilliant Leeds side. We were 1.5 choice there, but the punters have got with Leeds yet again, as they did against Bradford last week, and we're up to 0-3 Leeds, and I wouldn't be surprised that went off 1-4, but to be honest, we make it a choice game. Saints at home rarely lose at Knowsley Road. Should be an absolute cracker. Biggest bet there we've seen is a £1,000 a point bar of Leeds at 1.5. Later that evening also we've got the Magners League, got Ospreys versus Ulster. We were 11-14 there, punters coming up for the Ospreys, basically the Wales team, people think. 13-16. I must tell you that Ospreys have made about 7 or 8 changes from last week. To people like Henson, Ryan Jones, one of the hairy Joneses, these guys are all playing. So before you consider having a punt on this game, please do check the teams. Although Ulster did get absolutely hammered in Munster last week. I think they were beaten by 42 points in the first half. They kept it competitive in the first half. In the second half, they just absolutely wilted. And they haven't been very consistent this year. All in all, we're doing 11 live rugby union and league games this weekend from the north and the southern hemisphere. If you like your league on the Friday night, please do check out Setanta on a Saturday morning, watch the NRL. It's a different level to our Super League. It is well worth watching on punting. That's my own personal opinion. It's a sport I love punting on myself. Once a year event brings out quite a lot of once-a-year punters who are asking for the light blues or the dark blues. We always sort of laugh about that on the trading floor, you know, what have you got the light blues over or something like that. And this year it's a boat race, Oxford over Cambridge 4-7, that's 10 points for winning and 3 points per length won by. I can tell you early in the week Cambridge were favourites, 0-3, but we've had to move that because apparently one of the Cambridge crew is ill and won't be able to attend. I can't tell you a lot about him because I couldn't name you one of the oarsmen at all. Anyway, winning distance 2.8, 3.1, average winning distance in this race is 3. It is a market that's novel and we take a lot of business on every year, but I can't really give you advice one way or the other. Lots of other great things to look out for this weekend. You've got the Dubai World Cup racing on Saturday evening, you've got the ICL 2020, we've got a couple of games every day that we cover in running here, and it's free to watch on one of the Indian channels at the top of your Sky menu. We're also covering the 3rd test between India and South Africa. For those of you who get up early in the morning, it starts about 4:30 and we'll be covering every ball live and in running. Anyway, as ever, whatever you're doing this weekend, good luck from all of us on the trading floor at the Sporting Index.